Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to have a look at Flux, the Flux ecosystem, applications, and everything. Here's my question. Can Flux seriously compete with the top dApps building platforms in the world? Can Flux compete with Solana? Can it compete with Avalanche, Cardano? Does it even have the potential to compete with Ethereum? So many different cryptos to compare Flux with. But ultimately, these are some of the applications that are running on the Flux OS. So you have to understand that Flux has a vast ecosystem and is continually growing. So today we want to go through some of the latest updates, of course, the approach to Web3, the challenges we face, especially with Flux, their approach, and the challenges that they're facing. The story of Flux and Avax. I want to understand that as well because Avax is a competitor in my opinion, a unique player in blockchain, Flux. Now, because Flux, Avax, and Solana are all very similar, we want to start right here. And don't forget, we'll also do a price analysis because the token has been pumping lately. It's been doing really well in the last 7 days. It's been pumping a lot. So speed, performance, infrastructure, the story of Flux and Avax. Parallel assets play a significant role in the Flux ecosystem. They create bridges for other networks, allowing users to enjoy the best of both chains and lay the foundation for a solid interoperable network. So what is the Avalanche effect? The Avalanche protocol is regarded by many as a stiff competitor to the Ethereum blockchain, and with good reason. It can power other protocols and decentralized applications from different native chains. The platform uses Solidity, a programming language amongst Ethereum and JavaScript developers, and it allows for customization on chains, private or public, to be built on it. The way developers can stick with a single platform while designing personalized protocol that serve as unique needs. So one of the features that sets Avalanche blockchain apart from other blockchains, including Bitcoin, is high throughput. Transactions on the chain can run as fast as 4,500 TPS per second, that's transactions per second, while Bitcoin is 7 TPS and Ethereum is 14 TPS respectively. Now, this speed also has the potential to reach 10,000 TPS or even more, depending on the machine specifications. So what does the future hold for Flux? Knowing the competition from Avalanche, Ethereum, Cardano, Solana. So Flux is looking for more partnerships, integrations, and deployments of dApps on the ecosystem across different sectors, with upgrades like Titan nodes, enhanced proof of work mining with Ergo, Web3 enterprise adoption with Lumen technology, and lots more. Flux is redefining cloud infrastructure and web, one step at a time. So there you have it. They said it themselves. They want to compete more with other blockchains, especially blockchains that are dApp building platform, but they need more infrastructure. They need more dApps to be deployed on the Flux ecosystem. That's what they're looking forward to. Flux took the snapshot of Flux assets stake on Coin Metro and those in Zelcoin wallet. Flux holders receive approximately 5.4% of their Flux asset in Flux-Avax. However, there are essential questions that need to be asked, such as what's next after launching and deploying these parallel assets on Flux network? What will be the significance of the new assets to the future of Flux and decentralized web from a larger scope? But ultimately, it's the future of what Flux is working to oversee, to develop more in these areas so they're more competent. And personally, I think they're right on track. I think they're perfectly on track. And the next update leads directly into this. The Flux approach to Web3 challenges. Ladies and gents, here we go. Now, despite the fear, rumors, hype, controversies, and rift speculations that have trailed the rapidly evolving version of the web, it is gradually becoming a fact that Web3 is the imminent future of the internet. Apparently, Web3 is here to stay. Apparently. But ultimately, what we'd like to understand is Flux's approach to Web3. Now, recent developments have appeared to support this fact. From Andreessen Horowitz, 4.5 billion investment in May to Binance, latest 500 million fund for Web3 startup. Investments have continued to pour heavily into Web3 space, even in the middle of a harsh crypto winter. However, despite the Web3 frenzy, the good, bad, and outlandishly crazy that has taken over the world of blockchain, solution, and decentralized applications, some experts will view the concept of Web3 While hardened disciples of technology may quickly dismiss the misgivings as mere FUD and a reluctance to the changing landscape of the web. And the web is changing by a lot. I mean, come on. It is obvious at this time. Look at what Facebook is doing with their Meta platform, with their virtual reality development. You honestly think it stops here? If other companies don't develop similar technology, Facebook will have an overwhelming advantage in this market with the money that they have and the development power. Blockchains that are pushing the Web3 development are not just leading it for the blockchain purposes of cryptocurrency, but they're leading it for the internet purposes of use cases. What do we use the internet for today compared to what we use the internet for in 10 to 20 years are going to be so different. It's the same thing to compare what we used the internet for 20 years ago or 30 years ago. It's completely different. There will be things that we're going to use the internet for in 20 years that we haven't even thought of yet. So for Web3 to achieve mass adoption by the general public, it must be easy to build and use. However, compared to existing Web2 products, there are severe limitations in available resources, expertise needed to educate and facilitate easily accessibility of Web3 ecosystem. If it is not something that's easy to understand, easy to use, it's not going to have a wide popularity. It's not going to have a wide outreach, unfortunately. That's just the way how humans work. We want things to be as simple as possible. Now, if Flux can bring that approach to their ecosystem with dApp development, if they can bring that approach to Web3 development and researching, then they have a serious chance of competing with Ethereum, Solana, Cardano, and yes, Avalanche, in my opinion. Most definite. Now, taking a look at the token over the last month, you'll see that the price was 44 cents a month ago. It's now doubled that. Needless to say, people started to realize that it was undervalued and they rushed to invest. Now, of course, this video is not financial advice. It would never be. This video is simply for educational purposes. But even 3 months ago, you'll see that there is drastic difference within the price for Flux. Around the beginning of June, the price was falling from 65 cents to as low as 42 cents to as low as 38 cents at some points. For its all-time high, it's been above $3. Question is, can it get back to $2? Can it get back to $3? It's on the road to recovery. It's definitely recovering now. It's just over $1 and it's looking good. But before the end of this year, what can we expect from Flux? In terms of price, we can definitely expect $1.25 and possibly even $1.50 if the market recovers nicely. The market is trying to recover. As you can see, Bitcoin was hitting like 24 grand a couple of days ago, but once again it's fallen back down to 22 grand. Of course, that's no surprise, but like I said, it's a good sign that the market is trying to recover, and it's a good sign that it's starting to stabilize. What we're starting to realize is that people are starting to realize that it was undervalued. They start to invest. Obviously, some are still selling, but loads of people started to invest in rapid growth. This will obviously positively impact Flux. That's what leads me to believe that it could hit $1.50 before the end of this year. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to see more. Leave a like, leave a comment, and of course, I'll see you in our next video.